Hey, what's up guys, it's Marsleaf here with a Kane's Wrath video commentary. And first of all, I do apologise for not bringing many videos lately. That's mainly due to the fact that there hasn't been much on the replay system to VOD. It's not as though I've lost interest in this particular hobby. But yeah, stay tuned because there'll be much more videos to come. Anyways, we have Unleashed UA playing as the Nod in this particular game, and Green Zero playing as his favourite GDI. Although that isn't technically true because he does prefer Steel Talons, unless he has now changed his allegiance and is now a GDI fanboy. We have Unleashed up here who likes to play random. He is also notorious for Traveler 59. Of course he is. Anyways, he's going to be playing Nod. It seems like both players are going for refineries first or not. Green Zero going for a power plant first, so he's looking to sell or draft some rifleman squads just to intercept Unleashed engineers, because he knows that Unleashed loves his Tiberium spikes, I betcha. And he's going to be sending these squads to intercept any engineers. These rifleman squads obviously can reach the spikes before Unleashed scouts, so he isn't going to be too worried about that. Also, he doesn't have to worry about Black Disciple opening because he is Vanilla Nod, and Vanilla Nod do not get access to that. Although Unleashed could have done a Shadow Team opening. Although Shadow Team openings in this new iteration of 1.02 Plus, they have received a further 2 seconds delay or something like that. So they now spawn with an even longer delay, which makes the rush even less effective. Anyways, Green Zero is going to dig in a foxhole here. Can he manage to make this foxhole in time? And yes, he does, and that isn't the most well-placed foxhole, but it will allow him to reveal the shroud here, which is vital really, because you need to keep an eye on all the enemy activity, especially in the early stages of the game. You really want to do that. And it seems like Green Zero going for a standard economy. He's putting his refineries close to the war factory. There was a time, I think it was in the last patch, that the war factory could repair the buildings nearby to it, but I don't think Green Zero is aware that that functionality has been removed. Anyways, Unleashed going for a flame tank. Very interesting opening. Well, it's not an interesting opening, it's the norm really for Nod. He's going for another operation center as well, which will immediately mean he's going for a Reckoner. So Green Zero is going to have to respond to this with pit balls, intercept that Reckoner, intercept that flame tank, or alternatively go for some Predator tanks and make a operation center or command post for GDI just to fence these buildings. Offers them 100% more armor, which is definitely most needed against this flame tank Reckoner push, which Unleashed is going with. But this Reckoner will get intercepted here. Unleashed has to micro away. It's definitely fast with these pit balls. He can get away, but it's too late now for him to save this Reckoner, and the Reckoner will get destroyed. The flame tank, on the other hand, has somehow made its way around the side here. I haven't quite saw it. It's probably, yeah, there it is, camouflaged in the city, or the dead city. A very derelict place this, as it seems. And yeah, we have Black Hand squads obviously de-garrisoned from this Reckoner. Unleashed going for his engineers, so he's looking to capture these spikes now that he has the map control. Flame tank does get destroyed, and Unleashed, he should probably move his MCV towards the expansion here. I mean, he's had the opportunity to move that MCV, not bothering to move it. So I wonder if he's going to go for some kind of crazy build order. We're going to have to wait and see. Anyways, the engineer of Unleashed is slowly making its way towards the spike. He's got one spike here, which will get captured. Green Zero, I think he's overspent slightly on pit balls. I mean, he didn't need to train that many pit balls now, as Unleashed probably is going to be ahead of him because he overspent and has now got 2 Tiberium spikes. So Green Zero, not sure if that really was a good idea of him. You should definitely push to Unleashed now, force Unleashed to train counters to his pit balls. Instead of making economy, he has to train his spend his resources on units, preferably rocket squads, as rocket squads are very immobile and cannot push into your base. So yeah, we got 4 harvesters, 5 harvesters indeed for Unleashed, and Unleashed still not bothering to move this MCV. I wonder what he's going for. This probably could be another operation center, so looking to rebuild the operation center. Wonder what he has in mind there. Of course, he is Unleashed, and Unleashed is known to be a very unorthodox player. Very hard to predict at times. And yeah, these 2 Black Hand squads have managed to make their way into Green Zero's base. Green Zero could use one of these harvesters here to kill these Black Hand squads, because the watchtowers I do not think can cut it in time before this refinery is going to get severely damaged. But no, the watchtower will be able to take out that Black Hand squad, and Scorpion tanks being able to clean up that that pit bull there, just a lone pit bull. Unleashed, I wonder what he's going for. Is he going to go for a tech? I'm really very, very curious to know. Okay, he's going for a tier 3. Very interesting. I mean, he's delayed his expansion towards his green field here, so he's probably changing his mind and going for a tech. And I wonder how he's going to implement that tech. Is he going to go for a one-click, or is he going to go for some kind of crazy Redeemer play? Although fast tech Redeemer on this map isn't really effective as it's very large, and it will take forever for that Redeemer to reach the enemy base in time before they have reacted and responded correctly to it. Anyways, one of the Tiberian spikes will get taken out. That's a nice decision there by Green Zero to take them out. Obviously, Unleashed does seem to take advantage of the spikes every single game. And these pit bulls could definitely overwhelm these Scorpion tanks, in my honest opinion. But instead, Green Zero not bothering to engage those. I mean, they are severely damaged, 2 of them anyways. Unleashed could send those back to his war factory and repair. Going for the technology assembler, or the tech lab as it's known as for the nod, and a flame tank here by Unleashed. Such a crazy game this thus far, and using the sonic repulsion field just to protect that refinery from receiving more damage. MCV is here, and this is going to be a catalyst missile. Ooh, 3 harvesters going down there. That could have paid off for Unleashed, actually going for that tier 3, although he has no Tiberium here, and he's probably going to be forced to leech Tiberium. Green Zero still has 5 harvesters, so that didn't exactly put him behind in economy. Wonder what Unleashed motives were behind that. I wonder. He's going for C Tiberium. Of course, that's the other support power you get from building the catalyst or the Tiberium chemical plant. Green Zero here has 3 pit bulls. He's looking to put a counter attack onto Unleashed in whatever way he can. He's gonna have to move these pit bulls up to this Tiberium field just to reveal the harvesters so he can do some damage. Refinery gets sold here, so he's now on just 1 refinery. Does not want to lose that. And a flame tank once again going to be burning down this refinery. Green Zero has nothing here to respond to this flame tank except these APCs and Preds, but I don't think they're going to be here in time before this refinery gets burned down. And yeah, we'll get destroyed there. So nice use of the flame tank by Unleashed, keeping Green Zero on his toes, and that is good there by Unleashed. And Unleashed, I think he was able to score a kill on that Predator tank. I'm not sure if he lost any harvesters in that engagement. I don't think so, as he has now got 3 harvesters queuing up there and an additional 3 here. So he's got 6 harvesters in total. Green Zero, on the other hand, has 5 harvesters, 6 harvesters, so 6. Both are about identical in economy right now, which is really good. And hopefully we'll see a normal game now. They're going to transition into some normal stuff and possibly go for their expansions. One spike does still remain in Unleashed possession. Green Zero could definitely stop and take that out, as that will be giving Unleashed a lot of resources. Stealth tanks. Oh, this is very interesting by Unleashed. He's going for stealth tanks now, possibly to take out some of these harvesters. Green Zero should definitely suspect he's going for stealth tanks or something, and I think he is, because he is building pit bulls. And pit bulls only means one thing. He wants to detect stealth units, and here we go. Stealth tank does come in, but the pit bulls are there ready for it. I don't think Unleashed engaged correctly there. I mean, he could have gone around the rear of the base and possibly taken out a harvester there if he was lucky. But nonetheless, Green Zero going to push into Unleashed base here. Very vulnerable power plant here, and if we turn around, we can see it has an upgrade on it. Very nice use of building placement there by Unleashed. Just tilting his power plant around just so you can't see the upgrade. I've noticed a lot of pros are beginning to do that lately. I myself don't do it because screen power plants can't be hid very easily. I mean, it really stands out, the upgrade on the screen power plant, even if you turn it around. Anyways, 2 upgraded power plants will get destroyed, and that will put Unleashed down to severe power. He could definitely upgrade this power plant here, and that's what he's done there. 2 very vulnerable power plants there, although he had to upgrade it anyways, as this Obelisk of Light is desperately needed to defend off against these APCs. And meanwhile, Green Zero going for an expansion. Unleashed MCV though is not expanded, so he's gonna have to move this MCV all the way to the green field, so that he's gonna be very much delayed in expanding. And another upgraded power plant goes down there, so sniping 3 vulnerable upgraded power plants there. Green Zero doing it immensely well. And just 1 second. Oh man, so hot here today. And sniper teams. I wonder what he's using those for, possibly for some stealth detection that will be undetected by Unleashed units. And a stealth tank does manage to get a kill on that harvester, and it has survived here. Green Zero powering down the refinery just so the harvester doesn't immediately come out of it. Nice trick there. Unfortunately, it can't be done with Scrin harvesters, only GDI nod. Something I would have much liked to have seen with the Scrin faction. And yeah, another MCV, so he's going for 2 MCVs. Very curious indeed. He hasn't got much Tiberium to really support this kind of push. He's going to have to make something happen immediately. Green Zero, he is getting an economy well established here. He could probably transition into Juggernauts. He's probably going to now, as he saw this secondary MCV. He probably knows that he's going to get pushed by some Obelisks of Light. And yeah, Green Zero keeping up the pressure here with these pit bulls. And at the same time, he's setting up his expansion. Does he have a tier 3? Doesn't look like he has a tier 3 up though. He is going for infantry. That would be the reason why the armory is there. Unless he built the armory just for the sniper teams, probably was hoping Unleashed to have transitioned into infantry. And now we have the MCV moving towards the green field here. He doesn't have charged particle beams, unfortunately for him, because he is Nod, so he can't use those against the pit bulls there, which are extremely weak against those turrets. But yeah, Unleashed, what are you going to go for with 2 MCVs is kind of pointless, really, and that was the worst obelisk placement I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, the tier 3 is up now, and Green Zero, the only thing he has to do is make a war factory or a Marv and start training Juggernauts. Juggernauts is probably going to seal this game for Green Zero, in my honest opinion, but Unleashed, I don't know what he's up to here. He has to go for an expansion as his Tiberium is rapidly running out. 3 obelisks here, he could sell at least 2 of them. This one here isn't an ideal placement, as it can cover this entire Tiberium field from enemy attacks. Husk does get taken out, and the Obelisks of Light aren't very effective against pit bulls. I mean, they take forever to shoot a single pit bull down, which is kind of overkill in the first place. For that extremely powerful base defense, very, very good base defense. In my honest opinion, these things are the best tier 3 base defenses for the price. I mean, they cost what, $2,000? None can argue that is the best base defense you can buy for the money. And yeah, Green Zero non-stop with the pit bull harassment here. But Unleashed, he's got 2 stealth tanks here, but will that be enough to fend off against these pit bulls? Will he lose a single stealth tank in the process? It doesn't look like it. He's receiving repairs from the war factory and just being able to barely keep a hold of that stealth tank there, which was much needed by Unleashed. Unleashed does have his Redeemer out. Green Zero going for his Marv, going for Juggernauts, going for Firehawks. And those Firehawks, I wonder if they have the missile loadout or the bomb loadout. We'll have to wait and see if he's going to go for this Obelisk of Light. Unleashed selling the Obelisk of Light there. And Green Zero is probably going to go for the tier 3, the tech lab, which is here. Stealth tanks could intercept these Firehawks there before they land all their bombs. And unfortunately for Green Zero, that tech lab was able to survive, and he probably could call in the Orca Strike there to finish it off, although I will doubt it will arrive in time to destroy it before Unleashed repairs it in time. And yeah, the Obelisk does get taken out. The Marv going to be slowly pushing towards this MCV. Unleashed realizing that he cannot save this MCV from this epic unit. Going to be retreating it. I mean, alternatively, he could sell it, but he's going to pursue that MCV anyways. No expansion up yet for Unleashed, so Unleashed, where is his MCV? He has just got his MCV there. He could have moved that ages ago, really. And the Redeemer is going to push his way into the base here. If Unleashed establishes a base here before Green Zero can kill him at this very moment, then Unleashed has a very good chance of winning this game. But as it stands, I don't think he has a much hope of winning. And as you can see, the MCV does get taken out. He could have easily sold that there for a quick $1,750, which would be much helpful. But Green Zero has 4 harvesters here. He needs to transfer more of them, unless that's all he has. He's only got 4 harvesters. Needs to build some at least 2 or 3 more. I mean, okay, he's got... okay, right. Okay, that's a good sum of harvesters there for that Tiberium field, so I wouldn't bother with those harvesters. Unleashed calling in the Sea Tiberium. Of course, that's a very good support power for the Nod. It keeps them in the late game. Keeps their late game economy flowing. And as a direct result, it ends up being Nod who have the most units, and Scrin having the most units, as they also have a couple support powers to litter the Tiberium, to litter the map with Tiberium. The Marv going to be pushing towards the base of Unleashed. Unleashed only has a single avatar here. He needs to go for EMP cores, which he has got. as you can see on the tech lab there. Very hard to notice actually. And Unleashed now with this epic unit going to be retreating. Not a bad idea. 4 harvesters here for Unleashed. He could transfer some of these over to his Tiberium field, which he has expanded to. Took him long enough, but he has now expanded this Tiberium field. 5, 6 stealth tanks. Wow, that is a lot of stealth tanks there. And I wonder if these stealth tanks take on the rear armor, this mob is going to do catastrophic damage. Oh man, these militant squads are acting as superb meat shields, and that could be enough for the stealth tanks to take it out, I reckon. Unleashed, where is his Redeemer? His Redeemer, where is it? Did he go back to base or something? I'm not entirely sure. No, it seems like the Redeemer is going to get pursued by these Orcas, which do not have hard points, although they do have the sensor pod upgrade, which will allow them to drop sensor pods on the battlefield to detect stealth in a very large radius. And this avatar will get taken out. The Marv has been put down to severe health. This looks like the end of the Marv here, and it will get destroyed. So nice kill there by Unleashed, being able to take out that Marv with just barely anything, not losing a single stealth tank in the process, which is very nice. The Redeemer survives, and Green Zero, all of a sudden you have got yourself into a pickle. I do not know how you're going to respond to this since Unleashed, if he harvests this Tiberium field, he's going to have a massive army since he traded so effectively in that engagement. Green Zero will definitely have to pay the price if the game continues to go for another 10 or so minutes, because Unleashed has a ton of Tiberium while Green Zero is just down to this much here. I mean, on the bright side, I mean, Green Zero is letting his Tiberium fields to regrow while Unleashed is just harvesting the seeds here, so that could put him back in the game, I wonder. Who knows? Green Zero definitely has to do something about this though. And Orcas and Pitbulls coming into this Redeemer, straight into the Redeemer, Flamethrower just melting down all those Pitbulls. So yeah, Green Zero not being able to do much about that there. Losing all of his Orcas and stealth, and all of his Orcas and Pitbulls to those stealth tanks. Very interesting build by Unleashed, I have to say. Was not really anticipating him to go this far, but he somehow does make it happen here, and pushing into the base with some rocket squads. These are just food for the Juggernaut and APM Watchtowers. APM Watchtowers are just so powerful in this game. So powerful. I mean, the anti-infantry defenses in this game act as anti-vehicle defenses, which is ridiculous if you ask me, but yeah, it kind of makes up for the anti-vehicle defenses that you get at tier 1 to be pretty crap. The Rifleman squad here just taking out, I don't know what happened there. Was that a sniper team? I do not know, unless the sniper team is garrisoned within the structure. Venoms, though, will clean it out. So, yeah, Green Zero keeping an eye on this area here. He knows that there are Venoms being deployed by Unleashed, probably to counter the Orcas. And now Green Zero going to be pushing into Unleashed now with a very sizable army. I mean, he knows that if Unleashed is able to harvest this amount of Tiberium, then Green Zero will be easily going to be overwhelmed by Unleashed's army. But now these Venoms will pursue the Orcas. I'm not sure which has faster speed. I think it is the Venoms. I think it is the Venoms that do have faster speed. But nonetheless, the Orcas will escape undamaged. And I wonder if Unleashed is going to go for the laser capacitors just to upgrade these Venoms and make them extremely powerful. He has the tier 3 up in his base, or did it get destroyed? I must have missed that. He either sold it or he lost it. I mean, those Firehawks did damage it, but he must have finished it off with an Orc Strike or something. Maybe it was the Marv, which did do a lot of damage there. Orcas, sorry, tons of Venoms here. I mean, if Green Zero used a supersonic airstrike on those Venoms, that would just hurt Unleashed so much. He desperately needs to do that now, as those Venoms are clumping up so badly. And that supersonic airstrike is definitely what Green Zero will be having in mind here. He's not dropping any structures. He has no space command uplink. I thought that would be what he would go for, because those Venoms get one-shotted out of the sky using that support power. But yeah, the Venoms are just going to roam around the map here, and they will take out everything that Green Zero has. Not going for the charged particle beams, although I don't think it matters with this many Venoms. Unleashed, though, going to recover his tech. He's going for tons and tons of Venoms just to take out these Orcas here. Green Zero not bothering to give up. I mean, he does have an epic unit He does have an epic unit, but there are now tons of Juggernaut husks here for Unleashed to reclaim, and that will allow him to push into Green Zero's base. And as you can see, already recovering 2 Juggernaut husks. That Orca Strike being unable to finish off the husk before the Engineer captures it. And now the Venoms coming in to counter the Pitbulls. Pitbulls obviously being the counter to the Venoms, but as you can see in this many numbers, the Venoms make short work of those Pitbulls. Juggernaut's getting taken out left, right, and center. The Marv, though, coming in handy here. He could definitely take out the husk because you do not want those husks to be retaken. Going for the stealth tank first. Green Zero, what are you doing there, buddy? Come on, kill those husks there. And I think Green Zero is just going to surrender after this unless he goes for these husks. I mean, he does manage to barely take out all the husks before the Marv gets destroyed, so nice work there, I guess. The stealth tank does survive though. 1 elite stealth tank. Oh man, these stealth tanks in this game are insane once they go elite. In 1.02, the stealth tanks give like 10 times as much experience as a regular stealth tank once it goes elite. It's a bug, a experience bug. And I tell you, it is insane. I mean, planetary assault carriers, they go from base to elite if you destroy an elite stealth tank. That's how crazy the amount of experience these stealth tanks give once they go elite. So yeah, I advise you to play 1.02 plus just for that reason. And speaking of 1.02 plus, this game is indeed on 1.02 plus. And yeah, taking out the Rifleman's Gods here, using the stealth tank. Stealth tank revealing itself, so Green Zero knows exactly where it is. Going for another Marv, so Green Zero not out of it yet. He's got a good amount of Tiberium here. Unusual, but yeah. And Pitbull's gonna flank into this base here, so Green Zero doing some good economic damage to Unleashed. Unleashed not able to regrow his Tiberium fields here, so he can continue to harvest Tiberium. And yeah, these Venoms, he's got so many Venoms. I think he's slightly overspent on Venoms in this game. That is well over 20. Oh my goodness, that is so much Venoms there. He just totally overspent on Venoms. And Venoms really easily countered, to be honest. I mean, once Green Zero goes for the AP, not the AP ammo, but the tungsten shells rather, he will be able to kill those Venoms with very minimal amount of resources. But now the Redeemer coming into the base here, and there is absolutely nothing to contain this Redeemer, and unfortunately this Redeemer into the facility will go down, as well as Green Zero. So Green Zero will be defeated here in a pretty good game. I mean, Unleashed, using a very unorthodox, unstandard build order in the beginning, was very surprised how he was able to turn that around just using one clicks and nod tech. I mean, nod tech is the best tech, you know. It is without a doubt the best tech in the game. I mean, you can fast tech with nod and have so many options at your disposal to take out the enemy. And he used many of them smartly. I mean, he used the stealth tanks to kill the harvesters and the one clicks, as well as the flame tanks to destroy the refineries, further delaying Green Zero from making units. Instead, he had to pour tons and tons of money into rebuilding his harvesters and refineries. So yeah, very good game there by Unleashed and Green Zero. That one going for 22 minutes, so very healthy sized length game. And as you can see, favorite unit by Unleashed, obviously the Venom. He built way too many of those, although Unleashed known to be a bit of a person who toys around after getting an advantage. I know him to be like that anyways. And Green Zero, well, you know, he's just Green Zero. Pitbull being his favorite unit. Both sides got about an even amount of economy. Surprisingly, Green Zero being ahead of Unleashed, but then Unleashed recovering in the end, obviously, since he had that Tiberium field there to harvest, while Green Zero already had harvested his Tiberium and expended most of his units to, well, the Redeemer and stealth tanks and such. So yeah, this is Masterleaf, and if you thought the video was entertaining, then don't forget to like it, and I'll see if I can bring some more videos in the coming few days or weeks even. So yeah, peace out.